Welcome back to The Local Show, a service of Geddes Federal Savings and Loan and Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts. The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in Central New York. The Local Show, locally produced by Zoey Advertising. Now, here are your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Back into it and back at it. This is The Local Show. Thank you for tagging along. We appreciate you spending time with us on the weekend. Tom and Steve, as we crawl into fall.
Can't we make this like the early spring edition?
It's the early winter edition.
Feel better.
It's the early winter edition.
I love winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you do.
I'd rather be hit by a car. And I was hit by a car. Another day we'll share that story, yeah.
Some cross-country skiing this year. That's what you got to get into.
Not happening. Not happening.
Work those lungs out and keep the muscles loose.
No. Slide down the hill across from Geddes Federal Savings and Loan. Can't do that anymore.
Used to love that.
They really, everybody ruined everything.
I wish we had cell phones back then, because my grandfather used to take me over there all the time. I mean, really, from 7, 8 years old till I was probably 10, 11 years old.
I lived in Cicero. It took like a day to get there. At least it felt like it. But then you went down it twice, and your life was changed. It was amazing.
And now that I think about it, my grandfather must have been the age I am now. He must have been about 59 years old when he was taking me up and down that
How awesome is that?
And he, of course, he was a World War II vet and everything, and he didn't care.
Well, if there wasn't a fence and they didn't ruin it, and you went too far, you would slide right into the parking lot at Geddes Federal Savings and Loan, Tom.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So if you need a mortgage, get it at Geddes. If you want to park some money in a CD, because the market, don't look.
Scary.
So guaranteed really good rates, good people, local. Get it at Geddes, GeddesFederalSavingsLoan.com, Tom.
All right. New person on the show right now, Zana Gervaise. No relation to Ricky?
No.
Okay. That'd be nice if you were, though, huh? That'd be a little extra coin.
I mean, it'd be a fun experience, I think.
Right. He'd be great to have at family parties and stuff like that. She's the owner of Salmon River Sports Shop. And I noticed that the website is different than your name, though. It's salmonhotline.com, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I went on that just to check that out. I also have a DJ company for 40-something years, and I've been up at that tailwater like 5 times this season.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like I'm living there. And then I just found out I have a wedding reception on New Year's Eve there as well. So
hey, Tom, you and Kelly want to come over on New Year's Eve?
No, I
can't say I didn't invite you.
Gotta work. But now that I know you, Zana, then now I can stop by. Now I know if I need to use a bathroom or something, I can come over.
She's right on the river, in town.
Oh, yeah, right on the river.
Yeah, nice.
So how'd you get into the business?
That was my grandfather's. So he started it in 1972. And then my dad got it when he passed away. And a few years ago, my dad was going to sell the business, essentially. And I had a fancy job and the 401k and all the things you're supposed to have. And I was like, wow, this is really boring.
Were you in town with that fancy job or out of town?
No, out of town, over in Wisconsin. So
oh, golly. Yeah.
I called my dad and I was like, hey, I'm going to buy everything off of you and keep the store open. And he's like, oh, you have a really good job. Are you sure you want to do that? And I was like, well, I put my notice in and cashed in my 401k. So get on board because I'm already going. So,
Lord.
Yeah.
How many years ago was that?
4 years ago.
Do you have brothers and sisters? Do you share the workload?
They're all younger and they want nothing to do with this. They're tech kids.
Now my girls, I have 2 girls, and they didn't love fishing. Do you love fishing? Do you really have a enthusiasm for it?
Oh, I mean, I love fishing, but more than fishing, honestly, I love helping people catch fish because, obviously, this is a family business. I'm 3rd generation, which is a big deal. And I have people coming in that were my grandpa's customers when they were kids. Right. So now they're bringing their kids, and I get to be a part of that, which is really cool. Because I mean, Steve, you fish, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So. When you hook a salmon, you get
he doesn't know that feeling. Trust me.
It breaks off. Make it a smallie or a walleye or a rock bass.
All right, well, you've heard stories from people that are better at fishing than you that have caught salmon.
Stop encouraging her.
That's better.
It's a blast.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so fun, and it's something people can get out and share together.
And I've taught people to fish. I had a friend that came from India a bunch of years ago, and he's like, and I was like, Steve, show me. And I took him trout fishing over at 9 Mile. He got a fish. It was his eyes lit up.
Yes.
It was like It was amazing, and it was fun.
Yeah.
They don't have fish in India?
What's that?
I don't
No, well, they don't
understand.
have brown trout in 9 Mile. And he never
Okay.
fished. And he was in China. I know the city he's from, and you would not eat fish out of that river, trust me, in India. So the business right there in Pulaski, right on the river. So this time of year, the salmon are running?
Oh, absolutely. This is prime time. Like Columbus weekend is usually the big weekend. So right now, I mean, we're in the thick of it.
Right.
Okay. So if someone wanted to learn to salmon fish, they could walk in and go, help me. Okay, drop a few $100, get whatever you got to get, and you could send them out the door and say, here, give it a go.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you wouldn't treat them like subclass citizens. Like you don't look at people and go, oh, you don't know what you're doing, and talk down to them, right?
No, absolutely not. Everyone starts like it's an intimidating fishery to get out.
It really is, yeah.
So like I always want people to walk out more confident than when they came in. Like I've always operated under it's better to make a customer than a sale. Like
Oh, nice.
you can push a lot of product that's not going to work, but like I genuinely want people to catch fish. So like you come in, I'll help you get exactly what you need, and now you do catch a fish. Well, I mean not.
Yeah.
But like,
Hey, come on! He's enjoying this way too much.
But for those that do catch fish, now they're coming back year after year. They're bringing their friends. They're having a good time.
You said, so Brad wandered in.
Yes.
To your place, and you helped Brad, the pole, the rod, the thing, and the whole deal, and he was all excited.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Do you have to have waiters?
You don't have to, but I mean, it's preferable.
It is, okay.
Yeah, there's just not too many places to fish from shore, so it really opens up like.
I
where
prefer
you can go.
waitresses.
So all of that area behind the tailwater, because like sometimes before a gig, I'll be walking around in my tux and we'll walk.
Yeah, you want waiters.
Tux and waiters.
No, but we'll go down and watch the people fish because there's a lot of people, fishing. And is that their property? You can't fish back there, can you?
Correct.
Okay.
So there's only a couple places in the United States where you can privatize navigatable water, and the Salmon River happens to be one of them.
Oh.
We don't need to get into the politics of that, but it is a place where like
There's a couple places
up
by Port Ontario. There's an unnamed person that has some space. That's what she was talking about.
Okay.
And apparently maybe there's a swatch of the tailwater that's the same.
I guess if you go there, like if you go and stay there, you can go fish there, right? So people probably do that on an annual basis.
Oh yeah, it's a big draw. Like people come back year after year.
Right. So also, do you smoke the fish? Do you clean the fish or any of that, or just sell
there's
it?
cleaning stations that do a lot of stuff like that. It's I've got my dad hat on, so it's my job to help people catch fish, which is why one of my customers came in a couple weeks ago and he said, I call you Dad. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, to my wife, like I call you Dad. You helped me catch my first salmon, so you're Dad. And I was like, that's hilarious.
That has got to make you feel great.
It does. Oh, absolutely.
I mean, you're respecting your dad, the legacy, third generation in the business, and you've taken that and that's got to be exciting for you.
All right. Yeah. Well, let's talk more fish here. So when the salmon start to, stop.
Spoken like a true fisherman, not at all. Go ahead, Tom. Tell us more.
A lot of my friends go up for steelhead. And now do you help people catch steelhead as well?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Salmon, steelhead, brown trout.
What is a steelhead, Tom?
It's just a large trout. It's
not wrong.
Bad. Not bad.
No.
How did it get so large, Tom?
I don't know. They eat in the lake.
Look at that. Give him a prize.
And then they start coming up. Yeah. And they're not all beat up like a salmon, right?
No. The steelhead are actually sustaining life. The salmon, like as soon as they hit the river, they've got a few weeks and then they're all going to be dead.
Yeah.
So they're just at the end of their life cycle. The steelhead will actually hold out in the river all winter long.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of me after marriage.
Yes. I'm just excited we didn't talk about Italy because she's Italian, you're Italian. Usually it drags us into this whole Sicilian thing, and we didn't have to go there. And our time's almost up. That's very exciting. So salmonhotline.com.
Salmonhotline.com.
To get the info right on the river. If someone wanted to call, are they going to have a chance getting through, or is it better for them just to walk in?
Just walk in.
Walk in right there in town, right on the river. Salmon River Sports. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, Zana.
Thank you.
And maybe she could help people make bacala with the...
he can't help himself.
I had to throw in some more Italian stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Heaven Longo's coming up next. She's Italian too. Marketing Development Manager at Contact Syracuse. Right here on The Local Show on 570 WSYR.